Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You all loved, celebrated and appreciated. So I want us to take a look at this Lord Macaulay's address to the British Parliament on 2nd February 1835. The component of that letter, what that letter carries, says a lot about the continent of Africa. Now, we're living in an age where a lot of information are carried through the media, the mainstream media, and it's unfortunate that there are people who control this media, and it is a message they want to pass on to people that they pass on. Is what they want people to believe about a particular region that they pass on. Sometimes not necessarily the truth. And this is what the continent of Africa fell victim for. Like information that sometimes is contrary to what the continent really is or what her people are. So this letter we will analyze together, and I'm going to put it there on the screen so that you analyze with me as it goes, because there is a message, or there are messages in this letter that goes a long way to explain to us how our ancestors were. Mind you, the African people have been tagged as people who are uncivilized, who were uncivilized, even up until now, of course, because when you have a degree in the continent of Africa, or you studied anything in the continent, and you're going out of the continent to get a job, you still go to school. You still have to go through some courses before you can start working. But when you have a degree from Europe or America, and then you come to the continent of Africa, you don't need to go through anything. Oh my goodness, you don't need to. So this is the way we are being looked upon, as people who are uncivilized, poor people. That is even the number one thing that stands out: poverty. So when you talk about Africa, you talk about poverty. Oh my goodness, they are moving with flies. Oh my goodness, they are lying, they are sleeping on the trees. They don't have houses. They don't have clothes to wear, so they are still moving around with leaves on their body. This is what the mainstream media push out there, that the continent is a poor place, and this very poor place we find you every day in. I have traveled across the length and breadth of Africa. This is Lord Macaulay speaking now. And I have not seen one person who is a beggar. Are you hearing that? I have traveled the length and breadth. That means he did not just travel through one region or travel to one country. He have traveled the length and breadth. He have moved the whole continent. And he haven't seen one person who is a beggar. And that is the truth, because in the continent of Africa, we have the spirit of brotherhood. Brotherhood, and this is what pushes my mind to African Collective. If you haven't joined, this is an opportunity for you to go to africancollective.org and join the family. This month on African Collective is called the Brotherhood Month. Brotherhood, sisterhood, watching your brother's back. That is what we are all for as Africans. You won't see any poor person, because Africans will not see a fellow African lying on the street and allow the person to lie there. There must be someone who will come and pick that person. And that's why there are hardly homeless people in the continent. Come and take your survey. Do your research. There are hardly homeless people in the continent, because we have enough to feed ourselves. We have enough, Your Majesties. Alright? He said, who is a thief? So I have not seen one who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, that he's talking of the particular country is. Such wealth I have seen in this country. Such high moral values. People of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country. Such wealth, such high moral values, and that is what we are for as the people, as the African people. We have culture, we have traditions, we have moral values. All right, we have moral values, and that's why you don't just go and do things. There are procedures which you have to go through things. We were, in short, we were organized people. I think I keep saying this here. Africans, our ancestors were organized people. So you can't tell me that our ancestors were in awe of mirrors and they carried their people and went and sold. You can't say that to me. There's something wrong with that story of Africans did not hesitate, but they sold you all to slavery. Something is wrong with that side of the story. Right? These were people who were organized, who have values, who have traditions, who have rules and regulation, and you will not just see anybody roaming around because we have enough to feed ourselves. Even though it's not enough, we have the heart of sharing, brotherhood, your majesties. All right? Now, he went further to say that, I do not think we will ever conquer this country. Then he's talking of the particular country where he was writing his letter from, where they are preparing to come and conquer. Now, he said, I don't think that we will be able to conquer, we will ever conquer this country unless, listen carefully, your majesties, unless we break the very backbone of this nation. And what is that backbone? Which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. That is the backbone of the continent of Africa. Your majesties, it's not just limited to a particular region. That is the backbone, our spiritual and cultural heritage. And that's when you go to every region, they have cultural values, beautiful, and all this come together to show. See, the continent was rich in everything. We lacked nothing. We lacked nothing. Because we have everything in our underground. Your majesties. Alright? So if they are not able to break the backbone of the nation, which is has spiritual and cultural heritage, then there is no way for them to penetrate. And that's why they diverted their energy into spiritual. When I told you we had an organized spiritual system before colonialism, I was not joking. You can do your research, and that's why I keep saying this. Whenever anything comes here, go do your research. Don't just sit on it and say Abigail said it. Go do your research about it. Alright? We were an organized people that have a spiritual system. We know the Almighty. We know that there is a creator of the universe that made all things. We know that there is a source. Alright? And we're connected to that source. So we're not ignorant people. We're not ignorant people at all. Then he went further to say, I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system. We were not ignorant people. We were educated people. We had a system. We have a system, an educational system that the whole world run to come and study from the labs, from the needs of our ancestors. We were organized people. They know that. And this is them saying it. This was a letter he wrote back to the British Parliament to prepare them ahead of what they are coming to come and do in the continent. To prepare them ahead. These people are not poor. These people have food, oh. These people have a spiritual system, oh. They know a God already. Remember King Cleopa's letter? I said I will always be reminding you to that letter, pushing you back to that letter. If you don't have the letter, you can Google it. It's not everywhere on the internet. It's when you decide to be blind in this age, that is when you be blind. You know, everything is there for you to check. They said it in that letter. They already know that a God exists. Don't go and be telling them we have a God. They know. They call one Nzambi, one Nzakomba. So they know already that there is a God. Your own is to go and use the advantage of their knowledge of a God to help us steal from them. This was the essence of that letter that was written to the missionaries in the Congo. And it's similar. So they know we are organized. They know we are spiritual people. They know we have educational system. So you can't come and tell us anything because already we are educated people. And he said they have to break this ancient educational system as well. After breaking our spirituality, they broke our culture, and that's why they invented their own culture, the way of life, the way of dressing, the way we talk. Our names were changed, and that's why you can see it. It's evidence from my name here. This was the name I was given. So our ancestors, our parents were also part of those that this whole colonialism really dealt with. And it's evident in our lives everywhere. It's something that you cannot just erase just within a twinkle of an eye. Yeah, it's been part of you. It's gradually it goes. Your Majesties. her culture. For if the Africans think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem. Oh, Lua. Their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. Aye, Chimo, these people really dealt with us. These are the people that you run to. Majesties, these are people you call God. They came to give you God. This is them. So what will you say about this? So if they have succeeded in making us feel that everything that is foreign and English is the best, all right? In that way, we must have lost our self-esteem. Because when you feel that an external thing is better than you, an external thing is better than what you have, you always want to be running after that external thing, thereby losing your self-respect, losing your self-esteem. You don't regard yourself anymore or what you have within yourself. You'll be running after something that is out of you. And the more you begin to do that, you're a conquered person. And this is exactly what we became, a conquered nation, your majesties. They succeeded because they broke the backbone of the continent of Africa. And what is that backbone? They broke our spiritual system, they broke our cultural system, they broke our educational system. So we started studying like the white man. We started thinking like the white man. Our names became the names of the white men. It's evident. Look at my name. All right? Almost all we became like the white men. The way we dress became like the white men. And that's how we were conquered. Your majesties. That's how we were conquered. They took advantage. They planned themselves. And this is what they always do. They send in spies to come and investigate, to come and survey. How can we do this? Already these people are powerful. Already these people are strong. We need a plan to take over. And they came up with a plan and they succeeded. And this letter was written by Lord Macaulay to the British Parliament on the 2nd of February 1835. The date is written there boldly. Their flag, their coat of arms is there, you can see. It's not a letter that was forged. So this is it. This is it. So if you keep thinking that whatever it is that is yours, whatever it is that you possess is not worth it, that shows that we are still all conquered people. We were conquered, not out of our free will, but they came with a plan. They planned it so well, they were so cunning, and they succeeded with their plan in taking over our resources. They stole our resources and went to develop themselves, and this is how it went. And that is why we are still what we are today, a conquered people. A conquered people. Do not rush into anything. Take your time, gradually pull yourself out of the hood of these colonial masters. And I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Always your majesties. Bye for now.